Hello and welcome back. In the sales video, Thursday, a little bit before 9, another pretty good day. A bit above, actually. Well, there's some internationals in there, so that'll drop it down. I think there's 3 internationals out of 13 sales. I'll find out here more specifically. I just looked at it. Why don't I remember this? I didn't do anything as for sourcing yesterday. Again, it was, I think, as I was looking at my phone, it hit 91, and I have a little digital thermometer right outside of my window, a little atomic clock. I call it a tricorder. Today, and again, for pretty much about the next 10 days, it's going to be 70, low 70s. I haven't been up to Habitat for Humanity, so that will be in my little my route there in Sabres and then back. That'll be later on. And I got pictures yesterday. I got pictures of the 3 investigators' books, and there's like 12 maybe of them that are just going to be in a lot because the book and the pages part has separated from the cover and the spine. And I'm not going to buy any glue to reglue them and it'd be wrong. It's going to have that overwhelming glue smell. I know what book glue smells like. It is an overwhelming smell. It will stick with it for quite some time. And since the paper that is on the inner part of the cover is torn apart, if I were to rebind it or reglue it, that would be very obvious. And I'm just opening myself up to potential problems I hear train. So that's something I just won't do. So I will put all 10 or 12 of those in a lot and just put weigh it up and put it up for auction. The ones that I kept to list individually should have a selling price of $30 or more. A couple of them are listed that are less good condition. Now these are the ones that are in good condition. Some of those are listed, not the ones I have, but others are listed in worse condition than the ones that I have that are in better than that good condition. Some may not be very good, but they're not like all tattered. So that would be today's kind of thing. And that's sometimes what happens when it comes down to books. It requires a few more pictures and it requires a little more wording in the description box to align with the pictures to assure that it is a little more accurate. Now, keep in mind, if you go back to a couple of my community posts ago, there's 6 that on a really, really good day, combined, all those 6 selling off differently would be about $600, maybe a little more. So I got my money out of them where I think they were either $1.79 or $1.99. So $1.80, $2 minus 20%. Either way, they're under $2 each. I'm going to get my money out of them. A chunk of things that sold. And again, since it's about 9 o'clock now and my packaging really isn't done for sales wise until around noon when this is processed, well, 11:30. So when I'm editing the video and if something comes in as a sale, I may say in the video a certain amount, but at the end it's going to be more than that amount than what I said. It's because there was a sale that came through as I was editing previous, everything previous to the video actually being posted and processing to be posted. So I will add those in there, and that last item or items that sells is not going to be in a video because it's already packaged and out. As for today, there's 13 going out for $524 of 460 product cost received. So there are a couple internationals in there. Let's go ahead and find out what they are. This UFO's Satanic Terror. This isn't a sourcing video. I don't remember when. It may even be the highlighted thumbnail and that has other things around it. This little paperback, $43. Going Across the Pond. This Elvis 4-movie set, DVD 15. This Maurice Evans Hamlet acting book. It's the first edition. It is an ex-library, and I still got $35 for it. This book of EST, another Across the Pond book for $44. Glimmer, Glowworm is what it's called. CD, $10. Depeche Mode Violator cassette, $25. I hear another train coming. Stephanie Oram, Personal Trainer. It is a DVD set. It's a little bulky. $28. Pride and Glory 2-disc CD set, $19. Another clock repair book. This one was $20. Zoids. Kind of looks like what would otherwise be that genre of, I'm going to exclude Transformers in it because that's the famous franchise, but like a Voltron or a GoBots. That's what this looks like. But this DVD, which I had, I want to say 4 different ones. This one is $53. Ghost Hunters, yes. However, Ed and Lorraine Warren, Hauntings in Houses of, I want to say at least the 70s. I don't know if they got it in the 60s. $28. These 3 quadraphonic 8-tracks. Now, what they are exactly, I just think that they're like signal test 8-tracks. I paid $1 combined for all of them at a store 5-6 months ago. I don't remember exactly. Maybe December. They may be in a sourcing video. I've been sitting around. They really didn't gain much of any interest. So when someone from across the pond sent me an offer of $30, they've been sitting around. They're not really bulky, but I only have a box like this size that holds my cassette tapes and my 8-tracks. And 8-tracks wise, I probably have 6 or 7 other 8-tracks. So for someone to say $30, you know, I can get my money back and get them gone. Yep. Oakley airdrops, 110. So these are the same ones that I said a handful of videos ago that someone sent me an offer for $60. Is that what it was? Maybe it was 80. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Send me the offer and you can have them. These were repriced yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Because I did 140 sell similars yesterday. And I was still done at like 2 o'clock. Took all those items down, all that had 3 views or more, 3 months or older, and repriced them all by roughly 5%, give or take. So it, you know, something was 9876. If it's disc media, it would be 9321. If it was anything else, it would be 8765. It's just the way I do it. And it's going to fall in a different sale bracket to where you're like, oh, that's $11, $12 less. Well, it's going to fall in a different sale bracket, which instead of it being that much less, it's going to be less than that much less. So if it reads $12, that's coming 8976. 9876 to 8765 is $11. When it goes on sale, it's only going to be like $4 cheaper. So believe me, there's some math in there. And then when I add more things in a certain pricing tier, and everything gets put back on sale when the end of the month sale ends and the next 3-week and change days sale goes through, some of those items that have been listed longer will fall into a higher bracket because I'm arranging it price highest first when I'm putting it in the sale. So things that have been listed longer will go higher up, so they will eventually end up in a higher sale bracket. Word it this way. So if I'm taking stuff down and I start a sale bracket, they're going to be on the bottom of the bracket. The newest listed goes, when you do price lowest first, for the most part will show the oldest listed first. If you do price highest first. So when I'm putting stuff on sale, the stuff that is the oldest will take priority in where it places in a bracket per page of 200 a page. But everything, when it gets repriced or it's in a different sale bracket, it's only going to vary by a couple bucks. And that's what you're trying to do, is find that sweet spot. You know, if I had something that was listed for $100, I'm not going to drop it down to 70. But the guy came in and asked, and I said, hey, send me the offer. Never did. Someone came in and gave me quite a bit more money for it. But these are, like I said, this was a sell similar from either yesterday or a couple days. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday. Now, I'm going to have a lot of editing in this video to cut out my lack of real good memory here. Again, this isn't scripted, so I just try to go off the basis of what I remember. And since what someone didn't do isn't as good as memory as what someone did do, they paid. Now, in a couple weeks from now, I'll probably reference, like, yeah, those Oakley sold for, I don't know, like $100. So don't remember exactly. Pretty good memory on a lot of stuff. But after a while, you start seeing a lot of disc media. You start seeing a lot of books. You start selling a lot of frames, and you start forgetting or not remembering as accurately. That's one euphemism, if you will. Oh, I forgot. No, you're just not remembering accurately. So that's going to wrap that one up. Looks like 25 minutes on the counter. That's not too bad. So it should be about a 15-minute video. And for anyone new here, that's usually what I try to keep my videos under, depending on quantity. So I will base a video. So if I have 8 sales, that video is going to be probably 10 minutes, maybe a little less. I'm going to have 13, 15 sales, even if I have 20 sales. I just made a video a handful of days ago that I don't, again, here I go, I'm not remembering accurately. That, say that there are 18, I want to say that there were 18 for like 800 or whatever it was. That video itself was like 20 minutes. So, but I try to keep the videos around 15 minutes long. So that's going to wrap that up times 2. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Thumb me, comment, sub, share. Everything helps. Appreciate it. Thank you.